Today, we're ranking our top 10 movies of all time because this is Watch Your Way. Welcome back to the Watch Your Way podcast, where we discuss, rank, and review what's going on in the film industry. I'm one of your hosts, John, here, and today we have an exciting show for you because we are doing the big one, the one we've been waiting for. Streets are saying this, the build up to this is like Avengers Endgame. We're ranking our top 10 movies of all time.
Number top 10.
That's right. And if you're watching from Westwood, we've asked, I probably asked dang near like 80 people last Tuesday what their favorite movie of all time was. The variety was crazy. The names were crazy. The surprises were crazy. The hot takes were crazy. But we're here to set the record straight for what our top 10 movies of all time are. I'm here joined with, of course,
objective list.
Objective. There is no perspective. There is no subjectiveness to it. It's just final, set in stone.
Yep.
I'm here joined with Aiden, though.
What's up, guys? Great to be back.
We're here. We appreciate everyone for tuning into this week's episode of Watch Your Way. We love movies, and having this platform to talk about movies is truly a blessing. We want to share that love with all of you, and this is all made possible by you, the viewers. We appreciate all love and support, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment section up provided. What are some of your favorite movies of all time? What is your favorite movie of all time? Give us your whole top 10 ranking. Do whatever you want. We're here to have fun, talk about movies. If you want to stay more up to date, follow us on all our socials, including Instagram, X, and TikTok.
We've already dropped some shorts.
We've already dropped some stories. I've had three parts at the time of that you guys are going to be watching this podcast. There's 3 parts out on all our socials of me going around asking everybody what their favorite movie of all time is. So make sure you go check all that out. But without further ado, let's jump right into this episode, man. We're going to do rock, paper, scissors to determine who goes first. But first, before we do that, how are we feeling? Like, let's kind of go into like our thought process when going into this ranking. Like, how did you approach it? How did you approach it? And then B, you asked me this question but before we started. How many overlaps do you think we have?
I mean, I just picked my top 10 favorite movies of all time. It's
Facts.
Pretty much that simple. The movies that I have watched the most, or if I haven't watched them as much as some other movies on my list, just the ones that I had the most enjoyment with.
Okay.
There's a few of these movies I've actually only seen once, but it resonated with me so much that I had to put it on the list. So some of it is, if it's a better like quality movie, then it's going to be higher on the list. But also there can be movies that maybe not are as good critically, but I just love them so much, and so they're higher on the list. But I think I feel like I think every one of these movies that is on my list is at least 75% on like Rotten Tomatoes, I want to say, but
Okay.
I could be wrong on some of those. But
Okay. Awesome.
and then I'm looking at my list. And I'm gonna say there's 2 or 3. There's 2 or 3. I'm gonna lock in 2. I think there's one that I'm almost positive that you're gonna have that I have to. Well, I don't think you're gonna think that I have it, though. Maybe.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. I know I'm going to say 2 as well. But I'll be honest with you, I would not be shocked if we had 0.
Wow.
I would not be shocked.
No.
I'll just say right now,
more than one. There's gonna
my
be at least
list,
one.
my list is all over the place. I have some hot takes in here. And
My
like,
list is all over the place.
if we ever did a top 5 or 10 franchises of all time, this list would completely contradict
That's coming
that.
at some point.
At some point. This list would completely contradict that. Because there are franchises that I would say are my favorite franchises, but I don't have a singular movie in my top 10, though. So it's a little all over the place. So we'll kind of see here. But
Okay.
all right, let's do rock, paper,
All right.
paper, scissors. Let's
Ready
see
for
who goes
referee.
first. I don't know. This is gonna be so scuffed. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors. Oh man, this is great. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, brother. Okay, brother.
You gotta be kidding
Okay,
me.
brother. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No.
Hey, we're like this. We can't
Bro.
miss.
One. Oh wait, one. What? Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. No. All right. I'm about to just ask Siri to flip a coin for crying out loud.
Here we go. Last one. Last one.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. There we go. Okay.
Ah!
So I guess
Do you want me to go first? Or
yeah.
you want to go first?
I'll let you go first. I'll let you go first.
Okay. Sounds good. So this is top 10.
Objectively.
No honorable mentions.
No honorable
Right.
mentions. Okay.
Uh,
Just give it to him
Okay.
straight. Bam.
10-1, right?
Yes. 10-1.
Yep. Alrighty. At number 10,
Brace yourselves.
we have Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I did not
Yeah.
expect a Harry Potter movie to be mentioned in this podcast.
Love Harry Potter. And the third one is not even like that is an objective truth, I think, is the third one's the best. Um, we get introduced
I don't know
to
if it's a hot take or
Sirius
not.
Black. We get introduced to Sirius Black, who's the best Harry Potter character. Unless you want to say Snape. Snape's a valid pick, but it's Sirius. Great movie. Um, it's suspenseful. I don't know. I feel like that the third movie is where the Harry Potter franchise, I think, starts. Like you have the first two movies, and they're kind of mid. The third movie, you see more magic. You see more of stakes starting to really play. Um, and I think it is one of my favorite movies. I love that I grew up as a huge Harry Potter kid. I've sort of gone away from it, but this past summer I worked in Hogsmeade down in Orlando, Universal, so I'm starting to get a little bit of love for it again.
That's tough.
Playing Hogwarts Legacy, rewatching all the movies. I had to put one on there. I feel like
Okay. Okay.
there was probably a few other movies that could have gone there. But just because right now I'm in a kind of a Harry Potter phase, I had to throw it on the list, and that's the best movie
Okay.
in my opinion. So,
Cool.
all right, number 9. This is one I'm for sure we do not have on the same
Yeah.
list. Number 9 is My Girl.
What? That's my number one, bro. That's great. No.
It's the
Okay.
saddest movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Whoa.
It's
Okay.
horrible. For those who have watched the movie, you guys know. Um, I mean, I'm a guy who like tears up at a decent amount of movies. I mean, I was crying for 15 straight minutes.
Oh man.
And so
I
if
need
you're
to
gonna
watch this.
evoke that much emotion out of me, you did, and that's what you're going for. You did a good job, and that's a top 10 worthy
Mm.
movie. Then, I mean,
Mm.
so
I feel that.
it's it's great until it's not great, and then you're just sad. But then it's awesome. Um,
Who stars in it? Do you know?
I don't know who the girl is,
I've
but
never heard of this.
the guy is the guy who plays Henry, not Henry, sorry. Um, uh, um,
Is it an
what's his
old
name?
movie?
Like 1990s.
Okay.
Um, it the kid is
Jamie Lee Curtis.
yeah, it's the guy who in Home Alone. What's his name is
Oh yeah.
what's his name in Home Alone? Why am I blanking on Home Alone?
Dan.
Kevin
Dan.
from Home Alone.
Yeah. Dan.
Yeah.
Dan. I. Aykroyd. Or
Sure.
something like that. I don't know.
Um,
We all know who you're talking about, though. We all know.
yeah, yep. Super sad movie, and I had to throw on the list because it did its job. It made me very sad.
Sure. Of course.
Number 8. This is the one that I think is going to be an overlap, and don't tell me if it is. Number 8 is Superman 2025. I mean, a great movie. It's. I don't think I've ever left a movie being like, I need to be a good person more than this movie made me want to be a good person.
I love it.
David Cornsweet is a great Superman. Um, Obviously, he had big shoes to fill because Cavill was great. He was written poorly, but Cavill himself is a really good Superman.
Yeah.
Um, I'm blanking on his name, but the guy who plays Lex,
Nicholas Holt.
Nicholas Holt. That's right. I knew it was started with an N. Um, I think he did a great job. I loved his
Yes.
Lex Luthor. I love just the pure hatred that he had for Superman. Like he was so petty, and
Yeah.
that's how he should be. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what Lex is. Um, but Lois was good in the movie. Um, it's just a great movie. It's really good. It's the movie that I left with most recently that has had the most lasting impact on me. I've watched
Mm,
it probably like 5 times. Um,
yeah.
it's great, great movie.
Yeah. It's
So that does kind of spoil that Project Hail Mary is not on my list. It was close. It was close because especially this whole week I've been quoting Rocky
Yeah.
quotes. So it's
I
been
don't
tough
blame
to
you.
not put that on my list, but I love that little rock.
I
But
will say, like, Superman, like, just to kind of talk about the movies a little bit. This is a podcast after all.
true.
Like, Superman, just as a movie, like, provokes so much, like, optimism and so much, like, just like hope for like humanity.
Yeah.
It generally does make you want to be a better person, because that is point blank period the only thing Superman as a character cares about in this movie is being a good person. He's not worried about his reputation. He's not worried about pleasing certain people. He literally just wants to do good.
Which is why Henry Cavill, Superman, was not good.
Agreed. Agreed.
Because he wasn't very hopeful.
As 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 a DC super fan, like DC is my like if we were to go like Marvel, DC, Star Wars, whatever, DC is like the one like I'm a biggest champion of, like the one that I will always like root for, I guess, in a sense, because I love DC comics, I love DC characters, and so when this movie what was announced and James Gunn was taking over, and then we saw that first trailer, I'm like, dude, this is DC. This is what Superman is about right here.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's exactly what the movie provoked. So yeah, 100%. Awesome.
Yeah. So Superman, number 8. Number 7. This one could maybe be on your list. I don't know if it will be. Um, The Greatest Showman. I'm a big musical guy. I did a lot of musicals growing up. Um, and this is my third favorite musical on my list. So tell you that there's 2 more to come. Uh, I still listen to the soundtrack every once in a while. The soundtrack bangs. Hugh Jackman, great. Zac Efron, great. Um, it's a good movie. And I don't know what is going on with John over there.
I'm realizing I made a mistake.
Yeah, you didn't put it on your list, did you? You want to put it on
Oh
your list?
snap!
Is that am I close with what? Am I close?
Oh yeah.
You were supposed to put it on your list, and you didn't put it on your list.
I just didn't think about it. I didn't
Ah,
think about it.
yeah.
As soon as you said it, like my heart
There you go.
dropped. I'm like,
That's why I
oh
said it
no.
might be on your list, because I think I remember you telling me you liked that
Question
movie a
is,
lot,
do
but
I
I
do I
wasn't
do
remember.
a on
I didn't know
demand
if it
switch
was.
real quick? Do I do a on demand switch?
I think your 10's your 10. I don't know. That's up to you though. Um, but yeah, I
It's tough.
mean, it's a great movie. I think probably a lot of us have seen it before. It got a lot of in the theaters. People realized it's a really good movie. Then it was free on Disney Plus for a while, for years. It's now off Disney Plus now. But so I'm sure a lot of people have seen this movie, and if you've seen this movie, you probably agree that it's a good movie. Even if you don't like musicals, it is just a good movie in general, I think. So, yep, The Greatest Showman. Number 7. Anything to add on that one, John Boy?
No.
Yeah, okay. Um,
Well, yes, yes, yes. Because I'm not gonna make the switch.
yeah,
Um, but just know that this is a top 10 caliber movie for me. I am gonna stick with the 10 and a half. But yes, this movie from a just a character level, from a honestly like directed standpoint, and Hugh Jackman as the lead, like is just such a on-screen presence with that soundtrack, dude. Like there are some songs, it is hard to get through some of those songs without crying, especially like "This Is Me" or this is that the name of it? Yeah, "This Is Me."
yeah.
My personal favorite. This might be a hot take. From now on, at the very end, like I love when they're all in the bar after
That
the.
that's not a hot take. That I think is the best song
Okay,
in this.
okay, fantastic, awesome. Yay,
Yeah,
yay
it
for
doesn't
me.
get the most track. They should go to This Is Me, The Greatest Show. That those kind of get more of the streams. A Million Dreams is
Oh
more
yeah.
like the more
Oh
popular
man,
ones, but From Now On, I think is the best
man, like I like
song in it, just technical
just
wise.
that one line in the chorus of "From Now On," like literally "From now on, what's
These
waiting till
eyes will not be
tomorrow
blinded.
starts
Oh,
tonight."
okay.
Like what waiting till tomorrow starts tonight. I'm like just that alone, like it's not the craziest line you've ever heard, but it's like when you think about it though, you're like, oh man, I should be getting up off this couch from watching this movie and go do what I've said I'm gonna do for the past 5 years and still haven't done it.
But we're not going to do that. We're just going to watch movies instead of making it and now making it a
That's
podcast.
right. Watch away. But yeah, so yeah,
Like and
Greatest Showman
subscribe.
is like and subscribe. Absolutely, Greatest Showman is fantastic for
Yeah.
sure. Probably
I
my
love
favorite musical for sure. Yeah.
I love the line, "These eyes will not be blinded by the lights." You can take
Yes.
that
Yeah, that
as
one's very
a
cool.
fame thing, but also lights can be anything that blinds you. The
Mm-hmm.
world has a lot of things that can blind you to realizing how
Purpose.
blessed you are around you, with people around you, with things you have around you. With there's a lot of things that can blind you. Um, but you're not gonna be looking up at the lights. You're gonna be looking around about who's around you, what's around you, and appreciating that instead. And that's whenever he runs
Mm.
back to his wife after realizing he made a
Mm.
mistake, and realizes I don't want what's up or what's ahead of me. I want what's around me right now, because that's where I want to be. Um,
Absolutely.
love that line. Breaking it down. There we go. Greatest Showman, number 7. Great movie. Number 6. This is one I watched recently. It has my favorite actor of all time
That'll be another ranking at some point.
starring in it. So I guess you get a little spoiler alert from
Little,
me.
little teaser.
Um, Beautiful Boy, starring Timothy Chalamet, uh, and
Ah. Okay.
and Steve Carell. They're pretty much the entire movie, and
Anthony.
they're yeah, both of them are great in it. Um, it's another sad movie ish, less sad than My Girl. Um, I'm sure John has not seen it.
No.
Yep. So I'll give you a quick little rundown. And for the people in the podcast listening who have not seen it, so Timothy Chalamet is playing a young teenager. Steve Carell is the father. And Timothy is a drug addict. Um, and so we kind of go through this entire movie about him being a drug addict and trying to recover from it. Um, People who have dealt with drug addiction and all that stuff say it's a very good movie that represents what it's like to be a drug addict. The relapses are harsh and emotional because they think you're doing good and then you fall back into it, and uh and then Steve Carell as the parent has to draw the line, is like, how much can I help him? I've been doing all this stuff. I've been doing all this stuff. At the end of the day, I can't really, it's not my decision to help him get over this thing. This is something he's going to have to do on his own. And so he has to make the tough call to kind of stop responding to it. Nick is Timothy Chalamet's character, um, and in the end, it's a happy story. You think that there's no way this movie ends well. This movie's gonna end with Nicholas ODing,
Mm.
and frankly, it doesn't. So it's a little spoiler, but um, it's tough. Um, I've seen it in the people around me's lives, so I know what it's like for uh friends, sometimes family
Mm.
struggle with substance abuse, and um it's a it's a really well done movie, and the message is clear and impactful, and it has Timothy Chalamet in it, and I love Timothy Chalamet. So,
So I have a
um,
I have a pipe bomb. Is that the right way? I have a bomb to drop right now.
bombshell alert.
I've never seen a Timothy Chalamet movie, and that's probably really bad. That's probably really bad. I've not seen any of the Dune movies. I've not seen Marty Supreme. I haven't seen
I
Wonka.
I have not seen the Dean movies. I meant to watch them when they were on Netflix a long time ago,
I
and then
just
they went
can't
off
think of a Timothy
Netflix.
Chalamet thing I've seen yet. I just
Yeah, I mean, he is an Interstellar, but it's like a minute.
I barely remember that being
Yeah, and
honest.
I know that was a long time ago for you, so people don't really
It is.
recognize. And obviously, that was
I'm a little
before he
old.
was huge
No.
and everything. So, Wonka's a good movie. Love that movie. It's a good movie. Marty Supreme is chaos the whole time. It's a good movie, and he's great in it, but that movie is just 100 miles per hour the entire movie. It's kind of hard to track. So,
Cool.
but maybe I'll watch it with you sometime whenever it like
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
up to a good streaming platform. Because I kind of want to watch it again because I feel like uh, it's one I need to watch again to maybe appreciate everything that's going on because I
Sure.
was just lost in the sauce. And yeah.
Lost in sauce.
So, yep, Beautiful Boy, number 6. I will watch the Dune movies before this year because I will want to watch Dune Messiah whenever that comes out. Um, so I just gotta figure out a time and how
I
to
know.
watch those Dune movies.
I
If
gotta
I need to
watch
like
them
rent
too.
them, then that's fine. But all right, number 5. John knows this whole list because
I
if you
do,
listen to the
but I honestly
common,
could not
probably
I could
forgot.
not.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could not. I know a few that I know a couple that are on here. I couldn't tell you what spot they were in or whatnot, but
yeah. So if you want to learn what this list was originally, go to the Common Grounds podcast. Shameless plug. Um,
absolutely.
Starting that up again here soon. Um, I think we dropped an episode and a coffee talk, and we're gonna drop another one this next Thursday, a full
Sweet.
episode. Number 5 is La La Land.
Tommy.
Um, John hinted at it last week on our podcast. Great movie. A movie that depicts love in a very real way.
Man, I need to
It's
rewatch
it
this
is
movie so bad.
it is no fairy tale movie. Um, and that's what love is. Love isn't always a fairy tale. It sometimes people come into your life to help you get to the next part of your life, and that's all they're there for.
Mm.
They're not supposed to be there for your entire life, and it's tough. Doesn't mean you don't love them. Doesn't mean you don't care about them. But that is life. Um, I mean, I know in my life it's something that applies to me. Um, you start dating someone, you think it's a forever thing, but it's looking back, they got me to where I'm supposed to be now, and that was their job. And same thing in their life. I got them to where they're supposed to be now. that was on the wrong thing the whole time, wasn't it?
Maybe, maybe.
Oh, that's so funny. Um, and so yeah, and so we see the characters that you think are perfect for each other were only perfect for that season of their life, and so yeah,
Man, I gotta be honest with you, bro. Like the way you talk about La La Land and the things that you say, like I've seen La La Land, but it was so long ago when I did not care about like all I wanted to watch was like Transformers, Star Wars, Marvel, DC. Like it was like I did not care about movies as an art form, right? I also did not care about my emotions whatsoever, right? So when I watched La La Land, man, I thought it was the stupidest thing I ever saw. Like I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I watched it and the ending. For those of you who know the ending, I'm not gonna spoil it. But like, for those of you who know the ending, we got
I mean, I
there.
guess I sort of did, but
Yeah, kind of.
there's more to it.
When we got to the ending, I remember leaning over to my sister and mom and be like, "We just went through all of that for this. Like it makes it feel like you went through all of it for nothing in a sense." And so, but like hearing you talk about it and like me kind of piecing some of the things I remember about it, I'm like, wow, there's so much deeper meaning to that movie than I originally thought. And so like now me, like you said it earlier, like you like occasionally will like tear up to movies. But brother, it's like an every hour thing for me. Dude, I love crying. I'm gonna just say right here on the podcast, like crying is maybe one of top 3, probably top 1 uno emotion for me. Like I think crying is like one of the most beautiful things in human existence. Like I just think it's beautiful. I love the emotion, at least when it's good tears, not like tragedy struck crying, but like
Yeah,
I think when a movie or a video game or a song it provokes like tears, like I just find it beautiful. Like I love it. And so like I am a sucker for emotional movies. Like honestly, I find it really hard now to be super excited for like or not excited, but to want to rewatch like Marvel movies or as like these big action heavy movies because I'm constantly craving to tear up. Like honestly, like I know that sounds awful. I know
I
that
mean,
sounds
some of
really
them
depressing.
definitely have moments where you can get
Some of them
sad
do,
with those.
but
Yeah,
like now I'm looking for like those movies that have like a real like hidden message behind it or like these
yeah.
like really like based on a true story that's just gonna make me tear up. Like I love that stuff because I love crying. So like hearing you talk about La La Land, dude, I feel like if I rewatch this movie, it might be a top fiver, bro. Because like I hear everything you're saying, I'm like, dude, this sounds peak. This sounds exactly what I
I
need
hope
in my
so.
life, bro.
I hope so. I hope I
Um,
didn't hype it up too much.
we'll see, we'll see.
Yeah. I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? Um, yeah. Oh, when you're saying like like crying, you love crying. It's a you know not all tear. It reminds me of um our youth pastor loves the Lord of the Rings movies, and I
Mm,
think it's Lord of the Rings, like Return of the King. I want to say is what the movie it is,
yeah,
but it's whatever
that's
one that has Gandalf saying it's okay to cry. Not all tears are evil.
mm-hmm.
Um, which is true. Like crying is a good emotion. It's important to be vulnerable, to accept whenever you know something is getting the better of you, and it's okay to just be heartbroken about that. Um, and so instead of playing the old macho man card, I think it's a good thing to sometimes be like, man, this thing's really eating at me, and all I want to do right now is just cry. And
Bro, I be crying everywhere. I be crying at work. I be crying here at house. I be crying at uh Bible studies sometimes. Bro, I be crying everywhere, dude.
yeah,
I just love it. Like, and it's not always like I say not always. It's not always like it's not always like depression
just sobbing.
or
Yeah,
like I hate my life, but like just anytime like I hear like a really good message or like a really good quote and it gets me thinking about life or whatnot, then like I don't know. I'm just like I guess I'm just super in touch with my emotions. I guess I don't know how you
there you
would
go.
word that. Like I just there is no holdback for tears for me. Like it's actually the opposite. Like I fully embrace them.
Yeah, that's
And I'm okay
good.
with it.
It's good to let out your emotions because if you keep them bottled up, they can lead to further problems.
Absolutely.
All right. Yep. La La Land, number 5. Great movie.
Tough.
Number 4, the second Timothy Chalamet movie on my list.
Mm.
Um, and my only biopic, A Complete Unknown with Bob Dylan.
Mm.
The Bob Dylan movie.
That's right.
I thought Timothy, I thought did a great job. I knew nothing about Bob Dylan going into this movie, and I mean, his life story is crazy. Um, and I just think it's really well done. The music in it is really good. Um, I feel like it's a very suspenseful movie, not like on the sense like it's an action movie where you're on the tip like you still really know what's gonna happen next. Especially if you don't know with Bob Dylan's story, like I didn't know. If you know Bob Dylan's story, then I'm sure it's a little bit less suspenseful. But like I was like, where does he go from here? You know, he has his girlfriend, and then but now he's starting to um like start seeing this singer chick that he's doing songs with on his tour and stuff. So you're like, well, which one is he gonna choose? Is he gonna choose either of them? Is he gonna like what's gonna happen there? Then you have his career where he starts as a folk artist, and then he starts realizing that hey, I want to do what I want to do, and the people aren't gonna like what I want to do. I'm gonna transfer my career more towards um I guess it's a little more rock and roll-ish.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah. You know, the electric guitars, the
He's like Queen. I would say he's like Queen. Like
yeah.
he is rock, but he's not like straight rock and
Yeah,
roll.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
in a
It's a little
sense.
bit it's older rock and roll
Yeah.
that isn't just screaming at me. Um,
Like the Beatles, kind of. I would say
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
similar to
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's just
A music podcast
makes
coming your way.
you
No, I'm just joking.
makes you appreciate what those artists cuz I mean, they say that this song Like a Rolling Stone is the third most influential song ever created, which is like it's crazy. Like I never, I hadn't really heard that song before.
Yeah, I've
I'm
never
pretty
heard
sure
that
number
either.
one is Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen.
Of
Um,
course.
and that song is great and it's transcendent. Um, and so it's it's a big deal, and I think the movie is really well done. It's my first biopic that I really watched. Um, I loved it. I watched it for Timothy Chalamet, and I ended up leaving it a somewhat Bob Dylan fan. I like his music; it's pretty good. Um, yeah. So that's my number 4. Number 3. This is probably like the quote unquote worst movie on my list, probably like score wise. But I love this movie so much. Revenge of the Sith. Star Wars Episode 3.
W.
It's the best in the entire series. Don't even mention Empire. It's not that close. Let's be honest. What are we doing here?
Whew, some hot
You
takes
got
coming out here.
you got you got the greatest lightsaber duel of all time, which is half the reason why people even watch Star Wars, is because we want to see people smack each other with lightsabers. The scoring in it is incredible. Um, And part of the reason what makes episode 5 so good is because we have Darth Vader versus Luke, and Darth Vader drops the bombshell that he's Luke's father. But guess what? That all gets built better because of episode 3 because you get to see the
That's
fall of
true.
Anakin into Darth Vader. I think episode 3 uplifts episode 5, and so that makes episode 3 great. You get Order 66, you get um everything in that movie. You get the rise of Palpatine, the Jedi being wiped out. You know, I love seeing prequels to movies. I think it's really cool to see how did we get there. And the first two movies are kind of and the prequels. Number 3 makes you understand everything happens now in 4, 5, and 6. Everything happened. They could have just made one prequel movie, to be honest, and it would have been fine. If we're just like, here's Anakin Skywalker, he's gonna become Darth Vader, and here's how, and it's gonna be great.
Sure.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Everyone loves Obi-Wan Kenobi. And this is prime Obi-Wan we're talking about here. This is prime Ewan McGregor in episode 3. We get to see Yoda really duel for the first time. We all loved Yoda, and whenever he came out in episode 5, because he's this senile old little green hermit dude. And we've been hearing, oh, he's this crazy Jedi master. And then with the first two movies, he doesn't really do anything. He fights Dooku for a little bit, but it's like a 30-second fight, and he's not really doing anything. We finally get to see Yoda duel, like all out against Palpatine. It's the first time we get to see Palpatine really fight. We've seen it. He's like the most powerful man in the galaxy, but we never see it in the original 3. We don't see it in the first two movies because he's still hidden. This is the first time we get to see Palpatine fight. We get to see the birth of our two favorite characters in the original trilogy, Luke and Leia. Even though if you love Han, then you don't get to see the birth of Han. But that'd be kind of weird if we did. Just a little.
I'm a Lando fan. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, there you go. But I mean, I really don't think it's that close. Everything happens in that movie that is just huge for the entire lore of Star Wars.
That's what. I was gonna say. Like, talking about episode 3. Is it my personal favorite? Probably. I don't know where I was going with that. Is it my favorite? Yes. Do I think it's the best actual directed produced movie? No. But the thing episode 3 that has over literally any other, I would say any other Star Wars, maybe even anything, like TV show, video game, anything. I feel like it encapsulate what Star Wars is. Like from the space battles to the different factions that are included, to the Sith, to the Jedi, to the lightsaber duels, to the music, to the locations, like all of it, like you said, you literally see almost every character do some sort of duel in that movie. You see so many different locations. Like the music is just top notch. Like I think like if you were to go to someone and they've never seen anything Star Wars, like you were taking them to Disney World to experience Star Wars for the first time, you'd be like, watch episode 3 because this is what Star Wars is right here. I just think it's like if we were to send a message into space for like to find alien life or something, right? And we wanted to make a statement and be like, this is Star Wars. Send them episode 3 because that is Star Wars.
I agree. It's the only movie that I think I watch over and over and over again, and I hope that there's a different outcome. I'm like, Anakin won't turn this time. Everything will be happy this time. And it never changes. Even with La La Land, whenever everyone's like, oh, what a heartbreaking ending. I think the ending's perfect because it worked for their characters. Like they had their love for the right, like I was saying, that love was for that time. That love was not supposed to be an eternal love. Revenge of the Sith, it was supposed to be forever. Him and Padme. It's heartbreaking every time. It's heartbreaking every time.
You
Every
were the
time I see him
chosen
chop
one.
off, every time I see him chop off Mace's arm, I'm like, Annie, what are you doing?
I know.
So,
I blame the
yep,
sand.
the
Of
stinking
course, it's
sand
rough.
and the
It gets
sand
everywhere.
people,
Ugh.
the Tuscan Raiders.
Yeah. All right, I have a
Um,
confession to make. I have a confession to make here.
okay.
It's not my favorite Star Wars film. My
Oh,
personal favorite Star Wars film.
is your personal favorite Star Wars film on your list?
It's not on my top 10. No.
Okay, then tell me what it is.
No. That's the problem because as soon as I say what my personal favorite Star Wars film is, I lose all credibility when it comes to reviewing movies.
If you say something like Solo
Oh, no.
or like
No.
The Last Jedi or like Rise of the Skywalker. Oh wait, it is Rise of
All
Skywalker,
right.
isn't it? It
It
is
is
Rise of
Rise of
Skywalker.
Skywalker.
I remember
Okay.
you saying that.
Okay. Listen, now I have to explain myself here.
All right, guys, we'll be seeing you guys never again. We're done with this podcast.
Okay. Listen, hear me out.
No.
This is a bad movie. Okay.
Yep.
I will never argue that this movie is better than any other Star Wars movie. I will
Yep.
never do it because I would lose almost
Yep.
every single argument.
Yep.
But what I will do though, I will defend it because
Nope.
of these. Hold on, because here's the thing. I think it's super fun, even though it is really bad and it ruins a lot of lore and the writing is terrible. I think there are so many fun moments in that movie, whether it is the hyperspeed jumping at the very beginning, whether it
That is kind of cool.
whether it is Ben Solo turning and fighting the Knights of Ren. I think that is cool.
Pretty cool.
I love when Lando pulls up with like the entire galaxy behind him in spaceships. I think that's awesome. Like
Somewhat, yeah.
I actually think the duel between Rey and Kylo on that water planet, I think is actually a really good.
Makes no sense.
Listen, okay, and then here's the.
I mean, the
bottom
duel
line to
itself
this.
is literally nothing. They're just out here. Well, the problem with the choreography for all the lightsaber duels got so much worse for the Disney movies.
That is true. That is.
They treat them like they're
true.
baseball
I'm not gonna
bats.
lie.
Like,
That
I don't
is
know.
very true.
I don't know
Now-
what they're doing.
Now here's what I'll say, and this is why I say it is my capital P personal favorite here because I used to
It's
read.
no one else's.
I used exactly. I used to read a lot of comics.
I know you love Kylo, and so
I
that's fair.
love Kylo Ren, and I think him in the comics is a fantastically written and developed character. The movies did not do him justice whatsoever.
That probably is his best movie because
It is.
he was good in the except for the first scene of Force Awakens. He was sick in that scene, and then he sucked the rest of that movie. Why is he getting beat by
Yeah.
this
I
random
agree.
junker girl who's never touched a lightsaber in her life, and he's been trained by Luke Skywalker and Snoke?
Yes.
What are we doing? That says less about him and more about why are we writing Rey to be the greatest Jedi ever within the first 3 seconds of holding a lightsaber? What are we doing?
Yep. And like, so I don't know. I just really like. I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy Rise of Skywalker. Like,
I'd be lying if I said I did.
yeah. Well, there you go. Opinions, ladies and gentlemen. Like, yeah. I can't help it. I do enjoy it quite a bit.
Hey, that is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you found enjoyment in that movie.
We're never having a podcast again, ladies and gentlemen.
There is cool parts of it. I will say that the cool parts are cool because they are not really explained very well, and they're random, and they're like, well, that's kind of cool because that made
here's what
no
I will
sense,
say.
but okay.
Here's what I will say. I actually think Rise of Skywalker did a pretty good job considering what it had to try and fix. Because
And Last Jedi.
I think Last Jedi is abysmal. Like
That's true.
I think Last Jedi I personally think Last Jedi is almost entirely responsible for where Star Wars is at today. Like I think Last Jedi like killed so much of the fan base,
That's true.
and so I think
It's the worst movie.
I think Rise of Skywalker had to fix a lot of it, and I think they did an okay
True.
job, but there was really no comeback from it in a lot of
Yeah.
ways. Cause like
Yeah. I mean, the problem is that, I mean, Snoke was supposed to be this big bad villain, and then you
pretty
just kind
much,
of killed him. So I don't know what you're gonna do with the ninth movie. All right, Palpatine's back, I guess. Why not?
yeah, I
And then I like Kylo is sort of like, I don't know what he's doing in the eighth movie. Like he's like kind of a good guy, kind of not a good guy.
he's
And
just
then
trying
we
to
opened
please
episode
Snoke.
9, and now he's just slaughtering this like village of like little Ewok almost things. They're not Ewoks, but
Yeah,
they're these random civilians that he is just committing massive war crimes against. And finding the Sith Wayfinder, and they were like, "Oh, here's Palpatine back." But yeah, I mean, I guess it did do the best it could for what it was given. Because Last Jedi was horrible. We lost Luke. We lost everything. The
yeah.
plot went off the
We could have a whole
rails, and it
podcast
was like,
talking about like what went wrong with the sequels because I
I
would
was kind of
actually
hoping you were gonna say Rogue One was your favorite movie because that's actually a pretty good take because that movie's good. But
I like Rogue One. I like Rogue One a lot as well. Like honestly, like my Star Wars opinions is probably pretty normal to everyone else outside of Rise of Skywalker. Like Rise of Skywalker is like my one exception that I usually defend for some reason. I don't know why, but I just do.
and so
Um,
it's your favorite. So I think I maybe cut you off. Like, it's your favorite for what is the exact reason? Like, what about it's like
I
man
just think it's super fun.
favorite?
I just think it's super fun,
Okay.
and it just the Kylo Ren bias is unbelievable out here.
But I thought you're the
So
guy who doesn't like fun movies anymore. He just wants to cry.
hence why it's not in my top 10.
That's true. Um, yeah.
Okay, well anyway,
I urge you to watch that movie again and watch Rise of Sky or Revenge of the Sith again, and maybe it'll change your mind.
dude, I do a Star Wars marathon every single year. My birthday's on May 4th, just so everyone knows. So it's kind of tradition for me.
It's
I
okay.
can't help it,
When they
dude.
release the
I can't help
Cal
it.
Kestis movie, that'll be your favorite.
Oh yeah, 100%, 1,000%, bro. Yeah. Oh man. All right,
Um,
let's
all right, number dos. I'll wrap these two up. These last two up quickly. Number two, Tick Tick Boom. It's on Netflix. It's a musical. Um, Andrew Garfield stars in it. He should have won the Oscar. He got robbed. But it's a great movie. Not really much else to say there. If you haven't seen it,
W.
like I said, it's on
What's it
Netflix.
called again? What's it called? Sorry, I completely missed the name.
Tick, tick,
Oh,
boom.
yeah. I remember. Okay.
Um, yep, great movie. Um, I'll give a quick little synopsis of it. Andrew Garfield plays this character, Jonathan Larson, who is an aspiring um, musical writer. He wants to get a musical on Broadway, so the whole time he's writing this musical called Superbia. And so he finally gets his big breakthrough. He gets a workshop. The workshop goes very, very well, but he doesn't get a call back. No one wants to produce it. And so he's like, well, that's my life over now. I am now 30 and I have failed this job and my life is kind of pointless. But then he gets the advice to just keep writing. You know, sometimes life, you will fail in life. Not sometimes in life, you will fail in life sometimes. But you kind of just need to keep going. Um, and so he ends up writing a musical called Tick Tick Boom. And it's basically him writing Superbia. The musical is about him writing a musical almost, and it's about his
Mhm.
life and everything that happened in his life while he was writing that musical, and it's great. Um, and that one does get published, but like I think a week before uh, it has first Broadway appearance, he ended up dying so he never got to see the merits of his life's work. Um,
Mm.
uh, it's got another kind of heartbreaking love story in it too. Um, it's great. The music in it is fantastic. It's like a rock musical, so the songs are incredible. Andrew did a lot of work to because he couldn't sing. And he told Lin-Manuel Miranda, who made it, who if that name sounds familiar, that is the guy who wrote Hamilton, who played Hamilton in Hamilton, who wrote the songs of Moana. Um, he told Lin that, oh yeah, I can sing, just to get the part. And then he got the part, and he was like, I actually can't really sing. So he worked really hard to get a vocal coach, and he's great in it. It's Andrew's a great actor. He's the best Spider-Man actor. As Spider-Man, he's the best actor who has played Spider-Man outside of Spider-Man.
That's
Andrew's
a fact.
incredible. Hacksaw Ridge, great movie, almost in my list. I'm sure it's gonna make yours. And
Making
I was
claims
going.
out here. Making
I'm making
claims out here.
claims. Um, but yeah, Andrew's great, and he's great in that movie, and it's in the musical. And like I said, I've done musicals my whole life, so I love musical movies that are done well.
Tough.
Number one, very easily, um, one of the greatest movies of all time, uh, in Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Get back to me and tell me that movie's not fantastic.
Freaking
And it
fantastic.
becomes only more fantastic the more you watch it and the more that you find out little stuff about it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for Beyond the Spider-Verse. If Beyond the Spider-Verse is like the first two movies where it will be the greatest trilogy in cinema history, which is pretty cool. So that's my top
Yeah,
10.
I probably agree with that. I probably agree with that. That's
Yeah,
great. Awesome.
like Rotten Tomatoes wise, it needs to be like over a 92%, I think, to have the highest average of the three movies. The first two movies are like 97 and 95 respectively. So
That can't be right
there's no
because Toy Stories are like all 97 or above, like all of them.
I'm pretty
The
sure
first
it's
two are 100, and then three is like a 97, and then
no.
four.
No.
Dude, I'm almost certain about that.
What are we doing?
I
Then
I
that
could
is
be
true.
wrong,
Maybe it's
but
oh wait, no, sorry. Not Rotten Tomatoes. It's IMDb. My fault.
okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense.
The highest IMDb scores. Which is actually crazy because I think the third Toy Story is the second best movie of the Toy Story movies.
What people need to realize about Rotten Tomatoes, here comes a little
Yeah. I know what
movie
you're gonna
critic
say.
in me. Yeah, what people need to realize about Rotten Tomatoes, if something gets a 100%, that does not mean it's a 10 out of 10 or like one of the best movies of all time.
100.
It just
Yeah,
means
100%
like
of a
it
100%
just
movie.
means like almost everybody will at least enjoy it.
Have a
Like
positive experience. Yep.
yeah, like it's not a point like it's
It's not a
99
scale.
points,
Yep.
99 out of 100. It's a percentage of people who enjoyed it, right?
Yep.
So it's like even if a movie gets 50%, that means like if you took 20 friends, 10 of them are probably gonna like it, 10 of them probably aren't. Like that's kind of what it means, right? And so it's
Mm-hmm.
like don't look at like some movie that has a 90 compared to a 70 and be like, well, this movie is 15% better than this movie. No, it just means 15% more people liked it. And so, but yeah. Anyway,
Yep.
just thought I'd give you that
Um.
little intellectual knowledge there for a second.
Yeah. Toy Story's average goes to about 8.1 for
Okay.
the three movies on IMDb. Into the Spider-Verse 8.4, across 8.5. And so I think the current number one is the Lord of the Rings movies.
That makes sense. But yeah, Into Spider-Verse is great, man. I
Hold
I
on.
completely
Pretty sure
I
I saw
completely
this,
agree
but
with you personally. I think Into
never
Spider-Verse is
mind.
better than Across the Spider-Verse.
I am
Across
wrong.
the
Where did I
Spider-Verse is
see that? I
still
literally looked it up,
fantastic.
but whatever. Um, I need to watch the Lord of the Rings movies. Apparently they're incredible, but
Yeah, I know, same. But yeah, I
it's
agree
on
with you. I
HBO. I don't have
personally like
HBO.
Into Spider-Verse more than Across the Spider-Verse. I still think Across the Spider-Verse is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think Into Spider-Verse has just a more like personal story. I think like to me is probably why I like it a little more. But Yeah, fantastic. All right, well there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is Aiden's top
There's the
10
top
movies
10.
of all time. We got there after a long Star
That
Wars
was a long
debate,
time.
and
We did get there.
but we finally got there. So I guess now it's my turn. So I guess I'll let you in on this little tidbit. We had one overlap.
One overlap. Okay,
We had
then
one
I think
overlap.
I know what
I'm
it
not
is.
gonna tell you which one it is.
Well, it's not The Greatest Showman.
It's not gonna be The Greatest Showman. We've already come to that conclusion. It's not gonna be The Greatest Showman. All right.
So there's
Coming in.
There's two movies that it could be then, but I think I know which one it is. So go ahead.
Coming in 10th place, I have Pacific Rim. I don't know if you've seen this movie, Pacific Rim, but this is like the definition of cool movie to me.
I heard it's great.
It is really, really good. It's a shame that the sequel sucked because we're probably never going to get another one. But Pacific Rim 1 is just such an awesome ride. Pretty much the whole premise is that these kaijus started appearing on Earth. These Godzilla-sized kaijus started appearing on Earth. And so the only way to stop them is humans had to build these basically kaiju-sized mechs to fight them. And so you basically follow these pilots that get to pilot these mechs. They're called Jaegers. And it's just the action fights are so awesome. The visual effects are incredible. I mean, this is like a 2014, maybe even earlier, 2013 maybe movie. It looks just as good as a movie coming out today. I mean, it is it looks better than movies coming out today, honestly. It is really, really good. And then honestly, there is kind of a cool story behind it. Like, the thing is, so like each mech is piloted by two people. People pilot the mech, and the people who pilot the mech have to be like compatible with each other in a sense, because when you boot up the mech, they basically sync each of the pilots' brains together, meaning that they share each other's memories and flashbacks and trauma and whatnot, because like their whole belief is like, if you understand your partner's trauma or pain, you can fight together better in a sense or something. So there, it does get a little deep in there, and like the world building is pretty interesting, but really what you're going here for is just the amazing action and set pieces, and boy does it knock out the park. It really captures size and scale really well. Like, when these mechs are running through the city, like, they're not just like Transformers running. Like, these things feel like literal skyscrapers walking. Like it takes a good 15 seconds just for a mech to take one step. Like they just did a really, really good job with it. But yeah,
2013,
so that's number 10. All right, number 9. You mentioned it earlier, but it was not on your top 10. Bohemian Rhapsody is my number 9. I absolutely
haven't seen it, by the way.
Oh my
I'm not really like the biggest Queen guy, to be honest. I haven't seen that, and I haven't seen the Elvis movie.
Oh yeah, that one's okay. That one's okay. I'll be honest.
I heard Bohemian was pretty good, but I'm not like
Yes.
the biggest Queen guy.
So I absolutely love Queen, and I just think this movie captures Freddie Mercury's life just really, really well, and I think it's obviously sad how he died with AIDS, because like back then, like if you got AIDS, like that's pretty much it. Like there was no way to work around it whatsoever. And so it is really sad, just him, absolute legend who's created some of the best music of all time. We Are the Champions, another one by Dust, Bohemian Rhapsody, Don't Stop Me Now. Like the list can go on and on. We Will Rock You. So many. To just see like how poorly he treated all his band members, and how poorly he treated his friends and his loved ones, and the heartbreaks that he went through throughout his whole life to at some point realizing all his bad decisions he's made, and for the last however months he has left, he just wants to feel loved and be loving to others and just make music. Like he literally says like a line. He's like, "I will still be singing to my very last breath," and I'm just like, oh man, that's really good. And so yeah, I really love this movie. I think it's just really good. And what this one does better than like what I would say like Elvis did, or haven't seen many other biopics. This movie does do a good job like kind of showing behind the scenes of how certain songs came about, which I really like the whole scene where they learn or they come up with the idea for we Will Rock You. They just start like stomping, and he's like, what if we added a clap right here? And then it just happened, and then they're like, let's turn this into a song. And then it obviously became what it is. We Will Rock You. And so yeah, I think it's a really great movie. But yeah, that's number 9. All right, number 8. Get ready. I have a statement here, ladies and gentlemen. Number 8 is the only animated movie on my list, and it's a Disney movie, and it's one no one else is gonna have on their list. Monsters
Oh yeah.
University. Not Monsters Inc. Monsters University.
I think I like University more too. I was never a big like monsters guy, so I think I've seen both of them like once. But
I don't know what it is about this movie. I could not tell you. I just love it. I just absolutely love it. I just love the characters. I just love the vibe. I just love how stupid and goofy it is. I just like I'm not gonna sit here and justify why I think it's a good movie. It's just your every other day Disney Pixar animation whatever. I just find it so fun. I just love it. I just grew so attached to just how Mike and Sully meet, the other friends that they meet, them saying goodbye to all their college mates to go work at the actual Monsters Inc. place.
I'm
I
surprised they didn't
love
make
the
a third one.
Yeah, I'm surprised too.
I feel like this
This
movie
is
made
a
a lot of money.
prequel. Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. So
I did not
Monster
realize
University
that.
is a prequel. It's basically their college years and how Mike and Sully met to then,
Yeah.
them going to work at the actual Monsters Inc. company. And well, that's also a reason I really like it. I think is just because they do a really good job at it being a prequel. Like there's so many references and Easter eggs that how things happen in the actual like in Monsters Inc. and how like Randall the like invisible lizard came to hating them. And so it's just like, I just think it's such a fun movie. And honestly, if you really wanted to look deep into it, like, I think there's a lot of people who could relate to Mike and Sully's story, like individually. Like, Mike just wants to prove himself because he doesn't feel like he fits in. He struggles, and so he just joins these like weird groups of people just to feel like he has friends, and that you actually end up falling in love with like these friends that you never would have thought you would have. And then Sully, he thinks he's the big hot shot. He thinks he's got everything until he realizes he doesn't have friends who actually care for him. And so it's just like, I think there is a lot of like interesting, relatable things that you can take away from it. But it's not I'm fully aware it's not the greatest animated movie of all time, but
That's a good movie.
But dude, I love it. And the whole like mini games that happen throughout, where they're like running through these tunnel like these like spiky purple poison balls, like that's so fun.
Yeah.
They're playing like hide and seek, and they're doing like scare contests throughout all of it. And I'm just like, bro, come on, this is a good time. And then at the end of the movie, there is that whole segment where like Mike and Sully do this big old genius trap to scare like adults, like a big group of adults, like police officers too. And it's just like. They just do a really good job with it. So yeah, Monsters University comes in at number 8.
I was gonna say something about that, but what was I gonna say? I forgot it. Maybe I'll remember it later. But yeah.
Number 7. This one is for all my Westwood people and all my friends outside of whatever who know the things that I enjoy in life. For those of you who don't know, I box. that is my sport of choice, boxing. Creed 2 is right here. You probably expected a Rocky to be here, but I am actually a massive sucker for the Creed movies. I'm a sucker for the whole Rocky franchise, but the Creed movies are the ones that I've rewatched the most. And the one I picked as my favorite is Creed 2, mainly because it has my favorite antagonist out of all of them, being Victor Drago, which is, for those who don't know, the son of Ivan Drago, which is the man who killed Apollo Creed. And so this movie just tackles a lot in the life of a boxer, in the life of somebody who's getting married, in the life of somebody who has a mentor, in the life of somebody who has like somebody who they genuinely hate with all their life because they took something that he loved away from him. I mean, you really feel like his hatred towards the Drago family. And where this movie really gets me, though, is when they flip the perspective to the Drago side. When they make you feel for Victor Drago. Like they almost get to a point where I almost root for Drago in the final fight. Because like you realize, because Russia is a very different country than America. They treat things very differently. I'm not going to say better or worse. They just treat things very differently out there, right? And I'm just, in case we have Russian viewers, I don't know, so
hey, we have some on the Common Grounds podcast. They're going to make our way over to here.
And so when you realize what happened to the Drago family because Ivan Drago lost against Rocky, it's kind of heartbreaking. And it's kind of like, oh man, like now I understand why they want redemption. Like now I understand why they're waking up at 5 a.m. every morning, running, throwing pallets on things, training their absolute heart out. Like now we know why he fights. Like we know why he's a boxer. So I just think it covers the protagonist and the antagonist really, really well, while still being that like Rocky formula of like, you're just take the boxing out of it. You're looking at a great movie about someone's life and just the things that we go through, whether it is love, friendship, mentorship, belief in yourself, belief in others. Like I just think it just captures life really, really well. And then dude, the boxing rocks, and I love boxing. It is for sure my favorite sport. And honestly, this might be the movie responsible for making me want to box, honestly. And so
it's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Creed 2 had to slide it in there. All right, number 6. This one everyone knows. This one's probably gonna be a fan favorite if we did a top 10 of a bunch of people. Spider-Man: No Way Home is here.
Yeah, that's a great take.
Listen, there are plot issues.
That's one way to put it.
Listen, there are plot issues. But I actually
also
think
the first 1.5 hours are boring.
That is cap. That is straight cap. That is hate.
We're just rescuing these guys and kidnapping them, and then we're gonna cure them, and it's like, brother.
Listen.
Come on, what are we doing?
I look at this.
Aunt May dies for nothing. She died so we can get the quote.
Absolutely not.
So we get the quote.
Listen, she died so the other Spider-Man could come in and support. That is it. Like, listen, okay. I think from a character level, this movie rocks. I understand the overarching plot is kind of all over the place. Doesn't really make sense. Like, we probably could have done something a little more interesting with the multiverse. But I think if we're looking at this from a Peter Parker standpoint, and if we're looking at this from a, like, okay, let's take these villains that, obviously, the whole movie's fan service. Like, obviously, right?
Fan service.
But I think that also goes to its credit. I think for
That's
it
it.
being
I'm
completely
putting
fan
Mario
service,
Galaxy at number one of my movies then.
I think for it all being fan service, pretty much, I think it's actually one of the better fan servicey movies out there. Like, I
That's
think
fair.
they actually try to do something with the fan service. It actually makes the other two Spider-Man showing up make sense, and it feels rewarding. They're not just throwing him in there because it'd be a big pop. Like, the way that they do support Peter in that moment, and Andrew and Toby explain the things that they lost and like what helped them get back. And then of course their little bickering back and forth, like how do you make organic webs and stuff like that. I think is great. I think where the movie really does fall short, unfortunately, is the antagonist part of it. It just doesn't really make sense. Like why are we trying to do all these things for them? Like they are villains. But I think if I look at it from a purely Spider-Man perspective, I think they just capture Spider-Man really well in this movie. I'm definitely gonna disagree with the Aunt May part. I don't think Aunt May died for nothing.
He
Like
died for nothing.
I no.
I've I've seen this movie like maybe twice. I know I watched it in theaters, but I'm like, once you get past the like all the hype because Andrew's back, Toby's back, all the villains are back. I I don't think I can get myself to watch it again. Like it's just boring.
Wow,
It's
I've never heard this
it's
take from anyone. This is
it's
crazy.
just
This is mind
boring.
blowing to me.
It's the same. It's and the reward at the end isn't a good enough payoff. Because I think the same way about Endgame. Endgame's first hour and a half is boring. And then the last bit is incredible. We get the portal scene. Now there's some sprinkle of moments throughout like the start of it um that aren't horrible. Like going back to 2012 was funny. It was good. We have Hulk and the Sorcerer Supreme. We got the Avengers trying to infiltrate with the old Avengers, and then it does give us Loki, so I gotta give that props because I love that show. That's the whole reason why, because of Endgame. And then going back to the compound, we get the sweet moment of Steve and Peggy, and we get a sweet moment of Tony and his father. But like, it's kind of boring. Not much is really going on. We wake up in space, we come back, then we kill Thanos, and then we realize we still have 2.5 hours left, and we're just kind of thinking of plans to like. I mean, it makes sense, but it's like, okay, when are we gonna start doing things like the Asgard sequence? Sucks.
Okay, I will admit that. Yeah,
It's bad.
I think Thor was wasted in that
Thor
movie
sucks in that
really
movie.
badly. Yeah,
He
I agree with that one.
like sure him
Yeah.
seeing his mom is sweet and everything, but I just can't. I mean, as a guy who loves Thor, especially in Thor, how they were building Thor and Thor Ragnarok and Infinity War. Like Thor was becoming a really cool character, a really interesting character because he wasn't always the most interesting at the start of the MCU. He was
Yeah.
just this God of Thunder OP guy, and they started giving him some more character, some more charisma.
I would honestly say he's still not all that interesting. I'll be honest with you.
Well, Ragnarok helped
Yeah,
a little
a
bit,
little bit.
yeah. They
Yeah,
started building it, and then they
he
just
peaked in Infinity
trashed
War, in
it.
my opinion. He peaked in
Yeah,
Infinity War.
he was getting Infinity War. And then we just trash it by making him the laughable character. And we get
Oh
Smart
my
Hulk,
gosh.
and we're just like, what are we doing? And then we snap our fingers. Really, like everything starts going uphill whenever they get the Power Stone, because like the Power Stone, and then that kind of then starts offsetting um, Thanos' troops from back then. And then I will say I do like that they made it old Thanos and not like the Thanos that we saw in Infinity War.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool. And Um, but yeah, you get the Power Stone, and then we get the on Vormir with Natasha and Clint, and that's all good. And then that's kind of like where the movie starts picking back up a little bit. That's when I feel like the movie like really starts. Yeah, maybe that's a hot take, but I think that No Way Home, boring for most of it, and Endgame, boring for most of it. Um, well, especially when you compare Endgame to Infinity War. I mean, Infinity War. I mean, holy cow! I mean, stakes are high the entire time. We start up. We don't even get to see Thanos destroying the Asgard. We see Thanos wiped out the Asgardians in
Literally,
the beginning.
literally, Xandar, the whole plot of Guardians of the Galaxy 1 is like mentioned in a line. Just like when he decimated Xandar, it's like, I'm sorry, what? He did what? Like, you're telling
Yeah,
me that whole
true.
planet's gone? And they're like, yep, the Nova
We're just
Corps
jumping
gone.
right into
This is
it,
it.
and
Yeah.
so I mean, honestly,
Well,
Infinity War maybe should have made my list. That's a really good movie. I just haven't watched it in a while.
it's a very good movie. All right.
But Aunt May die for nothing.
Number 5. Number 5.
Top five. Let's go.
Going into my top 5. Here we are. Hidden Figures. Have you ever heard of this movie?
I don't believe so. Let me look it up real quick.
Okay, so this movie is about 3 African American women who work for NASA. This takes place during, the
Good
years in
scores
which
all around on this.
and
I've never
it
seen
won
it,
a
but
lot of Oscars. I will say. I actually just rewatched this last week because I was preparing for this list, and I was like, do I still feel the way I do about this? And oh yeah, I absolutely do still feel the way I do about
That's
this.
cool.
Yeah, this is it takes place during a time of when segregation was very
Prejudice.
much, yes, very much still alive, and it just it just does a great job. Like it just does a great job of showing you what these 3 women dealt with and the impact that they had on NASA, and it also just has so many great themes on why you don't judge a book by its cover, on why you give people chances, on why you take risks in life.
So is it a true story?
It is a true story, and
Cool.
when the movie like won the Oscars, they actually had the 3 actual women
That's cool.
come out on
That's
stage,
cool.
and yeah, this is a easy recommend. I recommend everyone watching. There are, when I say I love crying, there is probably 12 different scenes that I cry in this movie, and here's a little statement I'm gonna drop right here. I can't objectively say, but I'm going to objectively say this right now. I think there is a scene in this movie that I would actually put as the greatest scene in cinema from an acting
Wow.
perspective. There is a scene where the main character kind of just snaps because she's been through so much. Like, she's treated so poorly. She's like drenched in rain. Like it's one of those things where like you're just having such a bad day that at some point you just snap. Like, there is a moment in this movie where they kind of are building up to that, and she just snaps. And my goodness, her performance, you could just tell the amount of pain and unfairness that she's been put through. And it's just like, whew, like literally just hearing her talk gets me like teary-eyed. Like,
So it's
yeah.
the best acting scene of all time.
Yeah,
not the
yeah,
best-
yeah, yes,
Okay.
yeah. From
So I was gonna say-
from an acting
Okay.
yeah, from an
Okay.
acting standpoint, I think I would put it as my number 1 acting scene
Okay.
of all
So I
time.
was gonna say, if you're just saying it's the number 1 scene of all time,
No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
can I raise you the leap of faith scene from Into the Spider-Verse?
Oh, that's a good one. That might be another ranking at some point. Top scenes of all
Wow,
time.
that'll be tough.
That would be really hard. But
It
yeah,
would
Hidden
have
Figures.
to be a top 5. There's no way I can make a top 10.
Hidden Figures. Yeah, for sure. Hidden Figures is fantastic. Highly recommend you go watch this one. By the way, all these movies on my top 10 list, I've watched probably like at least 10 times. Yeah, I rewatch movies a lot. when I really like it. Number 4.
Numero cuatro.
Number 4. I talked about it earlier.
Superman.
There was always, I would
Superman.
say,
Wow, Superman's higher on
if
the
there
list.
was, if there was ever a movie that I wanted to be good, that I saw the trailer and I'm like, if this could be my favorite movie of all time, I would be so happy. Like, I wanted this movie to succeed so bad. Because when I
Superman.
saw a trailer, I was like, this is it.
Superman.
This is what I've been waiting for.
Superman.
And let me tell you, it didn't quite reach number 1 for me,
Superman.
but boy, did it deliver. Clark Kent, Superman in 2025 is peak. It is.
Yeah, I had a
peak.
feeling that was going to be the one that was the crossover.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Superman. This is DC. This is what comic book movies should be. It should inspire hope. It should fully realize what a character is, fully realize the world in which this character is in. Guy Gardner, Hot Girl, Mr. Terrific, Lois Lane, The Daily Bugle, the stinking Metamorpho, Lex Luthor, the weird time and space thing that he goes on, the world politics in the background of this movie. Like, come on. This movie is fantastic. And then... And it's all focused around Superman. That's the thing. I just named off so many different pieces of this movie and why they're all great. But it's still all focused around Clark Kent as Superman. Talk about scenes, best scenes. The Lois and Clark interview scene that lasted about 11 minutes. That is a fantastic segment of a movie. I love this. Like,
That
this,
was 11 minutes long.
Yes, it was. It was 11 minutes long. But you don't know because it goes by so quick because it's just so well. Because it's an actual interesting conversation. Like, there is the thing of, like, I'm doing my job. And then the other side is like, I don't care. I'm doing what's right. And then there's the other side of, like, I know you're doing what's right, but is it correct? And then it's like, okay, but is always doing the correct thing the right thing to do? And it's just like, whoa, wait a second. Like, you start having this back and forth, and it just gets really, really deep. And it just gets, man, it's a funny movie. It's a fun movie. The score, man, we haven't talked about the score in a lot of these movies, but the Superman theme, dude, incredible. I'm telling you, if you have not seen Superman 2025, go watch it. And I'm telling you right now, if you're a DC fan, like, this is
Anybody who hates on that movie, learn ball.
Learn ball. That's right. Absolutely. This, like, yeah, this is for sure. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if this does raise on my list over time. I didn't want to put it in my top 3 just because it is fairly recent. So I didn't want, like, recency bias, like, completely overtake it. But I'm not going to lie, it's been a year, and I'm still just as excited for that movie as I was, like, seeing the first trailer. So, talk about seeing movies a lot. This movie holds the record for me. I saw this movie 8 times in theaters.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I have seen it multiple times since it's come to streaming services. I own it, and yeah, this movie's everything to me. As I said, I am a DC super fan, and when I saw this, like, I'm not going to say DC's better than Marvel. Obviously, Marvel has had the better movies. They've had the better shows. Or maybe. They've had the better, video games probably with, like, Spider-Man and things like that. But what I will always stand by...
Good, I hear.
Yes, they are. What I will always stand by, though, is I will always choose and prefer DC characters over Marvel characters. Like, I'm sorry, I'm choosing the Justice League over the Avengers. I'm choosing Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash over Hawkeye, Black Widow, Captain America. Like, I just think DC characters are way more, like, creative and cool, in my opinion. That's just a completely personal standpoint.
I mean, Spider-Man kind of hard carries Marvel.
Yeah, honestly. And so, obviously, Marvel has had the better run in movies.
Yeah.
But when I saw this trailer for Superman and I saw how comic accurate it was and how exciting Superman was, I'm like, yo, if they can do this right, bro, and they fully realize what I've always seen in DC characters, this movie is going to be special. It's going to make a grown man cry. Boy, was a grown man crying so much. The movie is awesome. Absolutely awesome.
It's great.
Kicking off the top three. In honor of Angel, the Green Notebook. No, no, it is the Green Book. Actually, it's not even the Green Book. It's just
Green Book.
It's just Green Book. People, get it right, Angel. Come on. Top 5 movie of all time. He doesn't even know the name of the movie. Unbelievable. Let me tell you, when I heard that on the Common Grind pod, I was crashing out at work. I was crashing out. I'm like, there's no way he just said the Green Notebook. But yeah, Green Book. It is just a wonderfully written, told story based on a true story about this musician who is African American, and once again is in the times where it's super unfair to them, and just segregation plays a big part in the culture and society there in that time, and it just follows this guy who gets hired to drive him around and be his bodyguard in a sense, and just the bond that they gather throughout the movie and the different scenes and the unfairness that you see that the musician gets, that then affects the main guy, and the things that the main guy does that affects the guy he's working for. Like it's just a great representation of like why anybody can be friends and why you should be friends with anybody. And
So had you seen this before Angel mentioned it, or did you watch it
brother
afterwards?
Yeah, no, I've seen this movie like 50 times. This is
Wow.
I have it somewhere. This movie came out in 2017. I remember when I saw this movie's trailer, I went to my dad and we even did a recording because I was this confident. When I saw this movie's trailer, I did a recording and I stated in this recording, I was like, mark my words, this movie is going to win some Oscars.
Did it?
It won Best Oscar. Yeah.
Won Best Oscar.
I'm pretty sure.
You can win a Best Oscar?
Best Picture. Sorry, Best Picture. Best Picture.
Okay.
The main guy won Best Actor.
I gotta look at this up then.
I'm pretty sure won Best. I know he won Best Actor. I know he won Best Oscar. I know it probably won like Best Screenwriting or something like that. It won a lot of Oscars. That's all I know.
Awards: Academy Award for Best Picture, Academy Award for Best Actor in probably Best Academy for Writing.
Yep.
Won 3 Oscars. Yep. Bang.
Yep. Best Picture, Writing, and Actor. Yep.
Supporting Actor.
This movie.
Yeah. And then it won Best Lead Actor.
Cool.
I'll have to watch it.
This movie is fantastic. I think I just saw it somewhere on one of my services.
It is.
Might be Netflix. It might be Netflix, honestly.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, this movie is really, really good. But yeah, number 3, Green Book.
Nice. Came out on September 11th of 2018. It's kind of a crazy day.
All right. Okay. Number 2. I don't know why that took me back so much. Number 2. Aiden called it earlier.
Hacksaw Ridge. I knew it.
Both of our number 2 star Andrew Garfield. Hacksaw Ridge is my number 2.
Fantastic movie.
Fantastic movie. It represents war so well. It represents somebody holding true to their faith really, really well, which is dang near the best part of the whole movie because, I mean, he really holds on to it.
That's the main part of the movie is that I'm not going to pick up again.
Yeah, literally. I like this movie is so good at telling the story and the themes and the messaging that it wants to do. Like it sparked one of my favorite conversations like outside of a movie, like the question of, is this a Christian movie? Because like it's not a Christian movie, but it's about a Christian, you know what I mean? And so it is that thing of like, if you are a Christian, like this movie is gonna hit. Like this movie, even if you're not a Christian, it's gonna hit. There's just so many principles and moral things in this movie that no matter who you are, like it's almost like Superman. It's just somebody who just wants to be a good person and just do good and just make an impact wherever he can. Like, just his humility, the things he's willing to sacrifice, just to do his job for his country, for people that he barely knows, and he's willing to risk his life without any way to defend himself, is just amazing. For those who don't know, this movie, basically the plot is that this guy, Desmond Doss, he's basically he's a Christian basically, and due to a childhood trauma, I guess, with his brother, he refuses to ever like provoke violence or in this case like hold a gun. Like he refuses to take anyone's life, and so he actually devotes himself to becoming a medic because he wants to try and save as much life as possible. And what ends up happening is he's the last person left on a battlefield when his entire force retreated, and he spends a good probably 10 hours rescuing about, I forget the exact number, but I want to say it was like something like 40 or 50 something men that were injured or bleeding out or whatnot. He ends up rescuing so many men on this battlefield, and every time he rescued a man, like he would always pray. He'd be like, please Lord, help me get one more. And he just kept going and kept going and kept going.
75.
I was lowballing, but that's the point. Is
12 hours he relied, under intense fire.
He relied
Axew Ridge
on three things: his God, his bravery, and his faith. That is it.
Which I guess 1 and 3 tie together.
Yeah, I guess so, right? But or his morals, I guess is what I should say. Morals. Yeah. His morals. Those three things carried him to do a feat that has basically never been probably even close to replicated.
Probably not.
Human history. Because let's be honest, when we're looking at a lot of humanity, there's going to be very, very little people who are willing to do what he did.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is just a fantastic movie, because also in the lead up, it shows you the way people treat him for wanting to be different, for wanting to try and stick out. Like there's people who see the things he's doing and thinks that he's just doing it for attention. And it's just like, that is crazy. Some person just literally wants to try and save as much life as possible, and you think he's doing it for attention? Like, come on now. But they just represent that in such a great way.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. Absolutely fantastic movie. Number one.
I have no idea where this is going, to be honest.
I think you do know where this is going.
I gotta think.
I feel like I've told you this. Maybe I
haven't.
You
probably have. I have a guess, but I'm not gonna say it.
Go for it. Guess it.
I want to say it's Cars. Oh wait, no, because Monsters Inc. was your only animated movie.
I was not expecting that to be the guess whatsoever. I about spit out my soda.
I know so many people whose favorite movie is Cars. I can't remember who's who.
Oh my goodness. That was funny.
Oh, I know what it is. It's a Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Of course, number one, Super Mario Galaxy. No,
it has BJ.
No, number one is Project Hail Mary. No, so number one is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
the first one.
Yeah, I didn't know that actually.
Does it get me as emotional as something like Green Book, Hidden Figures, or
Guardians
Hacksaw
3?
Ridge? Am I even Guardians 3? No, it doesn't. Does it have necessarily the greatest action scenes like Marvel has to offer? Some of them bangers. Some of them
really good.
Bangers. Does it have the greatest overarching plot throughout the whole thing? Not necessarily. It does all those things really, really well.
It does.
I think what really made me love this movie is the fact that when they announced this trailer, this was the movie like after Avengers. I'm pretty sure, like the very first Avengers. I'm pretty sure this was the movie after Avengers.
No
Either that
way.
or it was after Winter
Like
Soldier. It might have been
Thor
after
the
Winter
Thor the
Soldier.
Dark
Iron Man 3.
World was, I think, was before this.
You might be right. You might be right. You might be right. I think Iron Man 3, Winter Soldier, and Dark World came out after Avengers, and then this one.
Yeah,
That
it was
sounds
somewhere. It was somewhere around there.
It was Phase 2. That's all I know.
Yeah.
We're gonna fact check this real quick.
We are gonna fact check it. It was right after Winter Soldier, which is a great movie. Yeah, it was almost
Oh yeah, fantastic.
4 months right afterwards of uh
Okay.
Winter Soldier. Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, point being, this is like right smack dab in the middle of like Marvel is firing on all cylinders.
They are
like
peaking.
they just had one of the biggest movies, like one of the biggest crossovers ever. People can't wait to see what comes next. We got all these big superheroes getting big movies, and what does Marvel do? They take an absolute no-name comic book series with a bunch of no-name characters and shove it into this cinematic universe that has yet to go into the cosmic realm. And they're just like, you know what? We're just going to put a director who's known of making these really silly comedy movies, sometimes a little rated R, and we're just going to give him this IP and see what happens. I remember
What a
seeing that
recipe that
trailer
was.
and being like, what are we doing here? I remember seeing the trailer being like, why do we have a talking tree? Why is there a green lady? Why is there a talking raccoon going on right now?
And
like,
this one human.
why is Dave Batista in a Marvel movie right now? Like, what is that? Why is Hooked on a Feeling playing in the background? Like, what are we doing here, Marvel? Like, give me Black Panther, give me Doctor Strange, give me all these awesome characters.
I don't know if I actually remember seeing the trailer for this.
It just came out of nowhere. Like, this dropped in on a random day, and everyone's like, who are these people? Like, Guardians of the Galaxy, what the heck is this? Like, what's happening? Well, anyway, long story short, I walked out the theater with debatably like some of the top Marvel characters I've ever seen.
It's great.
It is so amazing, the character developments between all three. It is, I would argue, probably the funniest Marvel movie. I think the comedy is almost spot on. Like there's I wouldn't say there's any joke that does not land in this movie. It is so good. Probably the greatest soundtrack a Marvel movie
you
has
have to mention
offer.
the soundtrack. You have to mention the soundtrack.
Visually, it is incredible. This was the first
Yep.
Marvel movie to really take us to like different planets and take us to like all these different cosmic realms, introduce like different species. They take these characters that are all so different and unique and who all at the beginning hate each other and have nothing to do with each other, the most unlikely group of heroes. And it just
misfits.
instantly makes you fall in love with them.
Yeah.
Instantly, just due to the power of good writing, good character development, good storytelling, funny comedy, awesome action, great sound. Like, it just takes everything you want out of a movie and it makes you completely instantly buy into why they did Guardians of the Galaxy. You ask the question, what are we doing, Marvel? Like, why are we taking this random IP and making a movie out of it? That answer is immediately delivered, probably within the first 10 minutes of the movie. When you start seeing Star-Lord dancing to whatever that song, I can't remember the name of the song. Hey, that's all I know.
Come and Get Your Love Now by Red.
Yeah, Come and Get Your Love. As soon as you see him dancing, you're like, oh, this movie has personality.
Yep.
And the whole rest of the time, it is just filled with
Fantastic.
personality.
And I mean,
filled with
the
love.
castings were perfect.
Oh,
Chris Pratt, Star-Lord.
Fantastic.
Bradley Cooper, Rocket.
Chris
Vin
Pratt's
Diesel.
best role ever.
Vin Diesel as
Vin
Groot.
Diesel as Groot. Man,
Jay
it is just so
Zoe
awesome.
Saldana.
So I think like it truly is my number one, just because like
That's a great movie.
I've never been subverted from my expectations so
Yeah.
hard. Like I literally went into this thinking I was about to watch some stupid movie, and it is like one of the most heartfelt, lovable movies out there. And yeah, so Guardians of the Galaxy is my number one favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
Um,
Trying to
so
think.
that's my top
You
10.
said it's the funniest MCU movie, and it's definitely trying to think if I agree with that. It's definitely up there for me. Um, I love Thor Ragnarok's humor. I think Thor
Oh,
Ragnarok's
that
really
is a good
funny.
one. That is a good one too.
Honestly, the second movie is worse, but I almost wonder if I like the second movie's humor more, because I feel like
I could, yeah,
we get all of Drax in Guardians 2, and the first one he still is like kind of super serious all the whole time. He makes a few
What do
jokes
you
here and
think?
there,
Okay,
but like
I
you
know
get
this is not the
Drax and
podcast for
Mantis,
it.
and it's so funny.
I know this is not the podcast for it. This could be a discussion for another time, but
Okay,
at least just sit on it. If you have an immediate answer, go for it. What do you think is the best Marvel trilogy?
Captain America.
See, I feel like that's probably the correct slash go to answer,
Yeah.
but I would put Guardians up there.
It's definitely that or that because the Thor movies, first two movies, not good. Iron Man 2 and 3 is kind of eh.
Right.
What other trilogies are there? Ant
I mean,
Man,
Spider Man, I guess, right?
Ant
Spider Man in case
Man.
you Ant Man. Oh Lord, no.
The first
I love the
movie's
first
pretty
two, but
good, and
I
then
like the first.
second movie's okay, and then I didn't even watch
Yeah.
Quantumania.
No need.
Um, yeah, I don't think I need to. I mean, Spider Man's pretty good ish. Spider Man's
Yeah.
fun, but like they're not really like that good of movies.
Yeah, I would say Captain
Like
America, Guardians are. I mean, I guess Avengers, if you want to count that, is a pretty good
that's
trilogy.
4,
Right.
so you
Right.
can't really count that. Yeah. The problem is that I don't
But
think
yep.
that any of the uh, Captain America movies get as bad as the second one is. The second one is like just a
Yeah,
fun
that's definitely
time,
true.
but like it's inconsistent in a lot of spots. But
Definitely true.
I mean, First Avenger is still, I think, a great movie and a great origin of Captain America. It's emotional because you got to see him lose Peggy by, um,
I just wish they
and
didn't like montage like all of like World War One
yeah.
or
I
whatever he
mean, I
went.
don't really know what.
That's literally
It's
like the
not supposed to be
worst
like a
part of the
war
movie, but
movie. It's supposed to be a superhero movie. So
right.
it's a tough. It was a tough balance for them. But then they made, I think maybe like the actual like best film in the second one, which I think like Winter
Yeah,
Soldier is like
that's
just
a
the
good.
best film. Like if you don't like superhero movies, like
Mm-hmm.
you would still probably like
Yeah,
uh
it's like your Mission Impossible. It's like
yeah,
your
because they're not really
double
superpowers really
seven.
in it. I mean, I know they're like super
Right.
strong, but there's no one like flying. It's like a little inside government CIA mission. It's great, honestly, that movie. And then
Yeah.
Civil War is also peak.
Just
Getting
a
to see,
blast. Yeah,
yeah,
just an absolute
you
blast.
get maybe the best villain. Zemo was great. He's really good.
That is a take. Oh my lord.
I
Best
mean,
Marvel villain, Zemo.
his backstory and the like
I'm not gonna disagree. I'm not necessarily gonna
he's
agree, but I'm not gonna say you're
I
wrong.
mean Thanos is probably the best. And then Loki, like
See,
I
I
love
wouldn't
you,
even. I wouldn't
Loki.
even. I wouldn't
You could go Killmonger, but like the thing is like Loki and
even.
Killmonger,
Ooh,
I don't
Killmonger.
really consider them villains. I think consider them more like anti-heroes. They're more just like broken people as opposed to just purely evil. Um, like Zemo is broken, but it broke him to be like just purely evil for the most part. And he's like the most realistic villain. Like he's really cool. Actually, the best villain is Ultron, to be honest. So that's my bad. But Zemo's great. The fact that he's like, I don't even have to really be the bad guy. I'm gonna make them think that
Yeah.
they're the bad guy. Like,
Yeah.
and then he kills it.
So
And
good.
you have that whole little sit down with T'Challa and Zemo, and then Zemo tries to take his life, and then T'Challa stops him, and um, it's a great movie. That movie's incredible, and you
Great
finally
movie.
get to figure out what happens with Tony's parents,
It's too
and
bad none of them
then
stack up to Superman, though.
True, true.
Oh
Yeah, I
man.
think Cap's
All
a
right.
pretty clear winner for me, but Guardians is very good too. Guardians would definitely be my number
Yeah.
two.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. After
The
all the
top
build up,
tens.
Top 10 movies of all time. So now you guys know when you watch every episode who you're kind of talking to, our kind of taste,
Yep.
some of our hot takes, and where we stand on certain things.
Yeah.
I'm sure
And
our list will change over time for sure.
Into the
I mean, it could
Spider-Verse will
change next
probably
week.
never get topped. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I was about to say my top 3 probably will never, unless Superman moves up a little bit. But
Yeah. Maybe the next Superman.
Dude,
Man of Tomorrow.
Man of Tomorrow. Come on now. Hey, you never know. I'm not. I don't have as much hope in Supergirl as I did Superman, but you never know, dude. You never know.
Yeah, I think Supergirl's gonna be really good too.
I'm excited. But anyway,
I like
let's go do
Maria
it
Alcock.
for this. Yes,
She's good.
That is gonna do it for this episode.
Before we close up, I think one thing to note is how diverse I think both of ours list is. So it goes to show that
absolutely.
we can like any movies. So if you have any suggestions, literally let us know. One of my best friends gave me a movie.
I think it also.
And she was like, I don't think you're gonna like this movie. And it was like, it's not anywhere close to my top 10, but I think it is a good movie, and I can see why she likes it so much. And so yeah, if you have any recommendations, even if it seems like kind of far-fetched, we're not just here like, you better give us action movies or we're gonna get mad at you. I have 3 musicals on my list. I have sad movies. I have a movie about a drug addict. Give us your takes. We'll watch them. I'll watch them. Yeah.
Yep. I think these lists also show, or not even these lists, more or less the conversations we had during the list. I think also show that we're not always gonna agree on every movie here, but that's kind of the beauty behind it. And
yeah.
So it gives us good things to talk about on a podcast all about movies. So. And that is also the whole premise of Watch Your Way. It's the same thing as Play Your Way, our other podcast on channel where we cover video games. Our whole point is we don't want to tell you something is better than something else. It really should all come down to you. Watch your way. The way you want to watch movies, do that. The things you want to enjoy that. If you have no interest in something, that's okay. If you do have interest in something, that's okay. Watch your way. Enjoy movies. That's what we're here to do. We're here to intellectually inform you about movies. We're here to maybe suggest movies. We're here to maybe give you different perspectives on movies, and to just, if you just love movies, have a place to enjoy hearing us talk about movies. So really, that's what it's all about. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in and all the love and support on the shorts. And hey, there it is. Oh my gosh, it's so tough. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. But that's going to do it for this week's episode of Watch Your Way. We will see you next week. Don't know what the topic is yet.
I was going to say, do we have a spoiler for what it's going to be? But I guess we don't know. Possibly some movie reviews. We were thinking about trying to watch some movies this weekend.
Ooh, we might have a couple of reviews, but we'll probably also try and throw something else in there. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, that's going to do it. Johnnymmer, or just John. I'm just crazy. All right.
You'd think you'd
get
used to this by now.
Yeah, Watch Your Way. Out. Peace.